Hi folks, this is your MWIS Fleeting View in association with Petzl. We're staying influenced by Atlantic weather patterns over the days ahead, and there is the risk of some very high rainfall totals emerging for Western Scotland in particular through the start of next week. Things turning colder though over the New Year period, and a wintry start to January is looking increasingly likely. For the time being, it's still relatively mild, with temperatures above freezing point to most summits, just near to freezing on the highest tops in the far northwest for a time on Friday. A front which is draped through across Scotland, producing low cloud and areas of rain and drizzle. That zone tending to drift northwards across the western and northwestern Highlands during the daytime. England and Wales, under the influence of high pressure, will see varied areas of low cloud and some fog around some of the valleys as well during the day. A few breaks emerging, again, northeastern parts of Wales around the Ogwen Valley doing pretty well, and the eastern side of the Pennines too favoured for some sunnier breaks. Light winds here, some locally gusty winds around the Highlands, quite variable in places though. A breezier day overall on Saturday. The winds across northern Scotland may even touch gale force on some higher tops. We've got a weakening cold front slipping southwards from central southern Scotland in the morning towards northern England in the afternoon. Some patchy rain and drizzle associated with that, not amounting to too much, but a nuisance nonetheless, and low cloud covering those western hills. Some rise of cloud base across the Highlands. It will vary over more western northwestern spots, often capping the higher tops, with some showers coming through and those falling as some sleet and snow up on the Munros as temperatures just dip below freezing point on the high tops. Sunday looks to have a stronger westerly wind across many places, particularly central Scotland southwards, where we may well see gales or severe gales on the highest tops, and very turbulent, powerful, gusty conditions around the mountains as well. Speeds may just vary a bit further north across the Highlands, but the risk of a windy day nonetheless over the mountains. A slow-moving cold front is likely to be in existence, and that pushing in across western Scotland, giving persistent rainfall, some snow up over the higher Munros, the freezing level around 1,000 metres or above for most on Sunday. Heavy rain could well just set in continuously over western Scotland. That will be a theme into the start of the new week as well. England and Wales seeing mostly just spots of light rain or drizzle in the wind, and some cloud banks covering western hills again. That frontal zone becomes a more active conveyor belt of rainfall coming in from the Atlantic, what we'd call an atmospheric river situation, where just a sequence of weather systems comes through almost in the same direction, and that will put some high rainfall then over the western mountains, most likely across western Scotland, with the risk of some flooding developing again in the early days of next week. Mild to the south of that, colder to the north, with the risk of some snow across the higher tops in northern Scotland. Just depends how far north the milder air tries to push back for a time. Windy, especially south of the frontal zone, England and Wales and southern Scotland, possibly lighter winds further north across Scotland, but quite a bit of uncertainty of the exact detail there. A strong centre of low pressure is expected to spin up and move quickly eastwards in that powerful flow onwards into the New Year period. Much uncertainty of exact detail and timing of that, but the risk of some stormy conditions at least for a while, and a sharp drop of temperature by this stage as a cold front sweeps southwards and the door opens to a north-northwesterly flow. We could well see the freezing level come down to some lower elevations and an abrupt switch to snow, even across the mountains to lower slopes in Scotland. How soon that transfers to northern England does remain to be seen, but a transition period there into a colder pattern starting the new year, and for New Year's Day and beyond, we're likely to see that north-northwesterly flow continue with some snow showers in the north. Watching further centres of low pressure trying to move across England and Wales. This chart shows it further south, but that could just be in the mix as well. And eventually maybe higher pressure tries to have a go at building from the west, but the main message through the New Year period at least is turning much colder through that time. Early January then promising the return of some properly wintry conditions. Keep up to date with the details. That is your Fleeting View in association with Petzl.